Hello and welcome to the 35th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, along with our co-host, Jordan.
Who is currently sleeping.
Jordan, this is an exciting episode.
Yes.
It's 15 episodes until we're at 50, bro.
50?
50. And
Holy
then
shit.
17 episodes until we've been doing this for a year.
God
damn!
Damn, that's true though. A year. Holy shit.
I thought we were going to make it like a month, maybe.
I think in the first episode, you were like, "It's a new thing we're doing. We'll see how long it lasts." And we're close-ish to a year.
We're closer to a year than we are to starting, so.
Yeah.
So,
Well said. Who knew you were such a fucking linguist? Not even a word. What is a linguist?
It's a person who likes language.
Thought so. What is that? It's stabbing me.
Like they're usually really pretentious, so.
Oh, so you are one. No, just kidding.
No, I'm like a cunt in a different sort of way.
Gotcha. Anyway, as Chris stated, that's Chris. I'm Jordan, and this is the Synapse Misfire Podcast.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Where can you find us?
You can find us on many platforms.
Many.
Several. Some
group.
may even say a couple.
Definitely not a couple.
How about a few?
I'd let it slide, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
You can find us Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, and of course we have our handy dandy RSS feed all linked down below. Import that to your favorite motherfucking app. I was pretty disappointed when we first started making the show to find out that Spotify doesn't support manual RSS linking. Pretty whack, if you ask me, but whatever.
Wiggity whack.
You can also contact us, synapsemisfire@pm.me. That's via email. Comments, questions, concerns, death threats, primarily death threats. That's what we prefer.
Primarily
Get off
death
on it.
Threats. Yeah. You know?
Should probably leave this out, actually. You're going to need it. For your shit.
What is this?
It's my jewel, man.
Sony. Is this a new brand?
Yeah, new brand of jewel named Sony.
Jewel 2 Sony.
This is the...
For reference, we're fecking around with this audio recorder. I said feckin', like a Irish person.
We're fecking around.
We're fecking around.
I talked to an Irish guy on the phone the other day.
Really?
Man, what a fucking dick.
Damn.
What a fucking
Tell him to go
dick.
fucking eat some potatoes, stupid ass. Eat some fucking potato soup. Potatoes and water.
All I can imagine when you just said that, because obviously I can't say that. Could you imagine what his response would be if he was being a dick? And I was just like, yeah, don't fucking suck a potato, you bitch, and just hung up.
Fucking potato famine looking ass. Ding! And that's me hanging up on him.
Yeah, nah, he was kind of rude as fuck, to be honest. But,
Yeah, well, I would say I couldn't do that, but I probably could do your job because just the customer service aspect of it, because, like, I am really good at biting my tongue.
Yeah.
Like, I just be saying things on this show, right? I just say things.
Whatever comes to mind.
But I'm very good at not saying things.
Yeah. Which is, like, the ideal scenario. Like,
yeah,
you can bite your tongue, but you're not like a fucking bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I haven't had too many people on the phone that were too bad. I've had a couple. I had a lady, I'm going to be honest. I even told our boss. I yelled at her the other day. She wasn't listening at all.
You yelled at a woman.
Yeah. I got really uppity with her, and then she was really mad that I got uppity with her, and then when I proved her wrong, she was, like, fucking crying. Like, literally crying on the phone, saying she's so sorry and this and that.
Damn.
And that was that.
You made a woman cry, Jordan.
No, she made herself cry. She was wrong. And I
You
just
did
proved
this.
her. I just proved her wrong. But
Didn't you have a guy get mad at you because he's a technician and you're not?
yes.
He's like, you can't help me. You sit behind a desk.
Yes. He called me for guidance.
And you were just like, have a nice day.
Yeah, he called me for guidance. I was looking into some information on what he was working on and like how it worked and like what he would need to do. And he was on the phone for maybe, I want to say, about 9 minutes. And time passed. I was like, just bear with me one more second. I'm just looking for this and
Because
this.
didn't you say like your reception was really shitty? Like your service,
The
internet
Wi-Fi.
was really
we had
shitty.
half a meg down
so
on site
you were
that
trying
day.
to load stuff and
Yeah.
it just wasn't
And I was
going.
like loading it on my phone, my work phone, trying to get it anywhere I could. And he goes, you can't help me anyway. So I just kind of paused.
And
And
you're like, you figured it out?
and I said, what do you mean? Did you get it? And he goes, well, you know, I'm out here in the field. You can't really see what I'm working on because you just sit behind a desk.
What a fucking dickhead.
And
it's not like you have all these service manuals that you can reference.
Yeah, and I kind of paused after he said that, and I just went, okay, yeah, you have a nice day now. And then I hung up.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I was like, yeah, you have a nice day. And he goes, yeah, you too. And then I just hung up. I was like,
fucking prick.
And the best part is, our supervisor, our boss, was standing on the side of me because he was helping me fix this whole bullshit internet. He was pulling stuff up for me.
Oh, yeah, and he was
just
mad
heard
about
me,
it.
And he just heard me say it. And I looked at him, and I was like, yeah, don't worry about that guy. And he was like, what happened? And I was like, well, this is what happened. And he goes, what a fucking dick, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure he was mad.
He wasn't too happy, and I was like, I'm not face-to-face with the guy, so it's a lot easier to bite my tongue.
Oh,
because,
for sure.
like, face-to-face, I mean, he's probably, you know, much bigger than me, but I would have loved to punch him in the jaw.
It's not very hard, Jordan.
You know, my dick is. Anyway.
My nephew's 7. He's probably bigger than you.
My shotgun's almost as tall as me.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah, it's what is it? Fucking 39 inches or so?
It's not almost as tall as you, though.
When you sit out on the side of me and it's up to fucking my shoulder, I'd say that's pretty close.
That's close, but it's not like...
I'm not saying it's like up to my head.
That's
dude.
what I was picturing
No,
when you said it.
No. Think of it in perspective, man.
I'm bad at perspective.
That's like me saying you're almost...
Have I explained this to you already?
No.
I'm like bad. I'm really bad at perspective.
Really?
Yeah, like if I'm trying to think of like where to go on like a map, like if I'm looking at Google Maps or something, I'm trying to figure out where to go. I have to physically change my orientation.
Really?
To
I know a couple
justify
people I
it.
know have to do that.
I have to legitimately do that because I'm so bad with perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm working on something, like and I have to work on one side and the other, I have to like flip something over. It's like paper or whatever. And I have to flip something over. I have to like make note of where certain things are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't picture
flipping it.
That's
interesting. Yeah.
Well, I can picture it like in my brain because there are people
doesn't.
who can't do that. People who just can't imagine things. I don't know how that works. But I can do that, but I can't wrap my head around the perspective change.
Yeah. That's interesting too, especially because you're such a, at least from what I've seen, a visual hands-on learner too.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how you can see how maybe that kind of ties in a way, because doing something physically, like if I said, you know, do this, flip that box, do whatever, it's a lot easier to do than it is to imagine.
And the way
like,
I do things, I can cater to that.
Yeah.
Like I mark things all the time.
Yeah.
So like a lot of what I have to do is, I don't know if I've talked about this. Have I talked about what my specific job even is? Should I talk about that?
Whatever you want, I don't care. You haven't gone into detail. The closest thing you've said is... I don't even think you've talked about it. You've literally just mentioned that you're in a room.
Oh. Well, I work on circuit boards. That's as far as I'll go with it. I work on circuit boards. So I have to flip them around and stuff. Circuit boards, two sides, you know? Like anything.
Through hole soldering and shit, yeah.
Through hole I'm fine with.
Really?
Because I can see the things. But a lot of times, if I'm working on something, I have to mark components. Well, actually, no. Through hole is the problem.
I was going to say, I
have to mark components. If I look at like a connector on one side, and I need, this pin, I flip it over, and I have to double check and then mark the pin to cater to that. Because my brain will fucking melt if I try to just keep track of it in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It is that when because I worked in that same department fucking 3 years ago already, Jesus Christ. That was like one of the tricky parts, was like you see this, you gotta flip it over and then find it, you know. So I used to, put the finger on it, turn it, kind of like shift it and look side to side, and then be like, oh, okay, there it is, you know.
Yeah, I have to do that too. And then when I find it, I like circle it in Sharpie or something. Yeah. Because it makes my job a lot easier. But then I have to spend time cleaning everything because there's Sharpie all over the board.
Well, it's like some of the more complicated boards you guys work on too. Like that's where it got tricky. Like the basic ones, I'm just like, flip it, look a couple times. But like when you get to the bigger ones, there's a lot of shit
on those boards. So
yeah, it fucking is. It's insane. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you've never talked about that before. Perspective.
No, I'm just really shit at perspective. Actually, fun fact about this. Senior year, every year, I think every high school does this really. They do like a pep rally.
Yeah.
before Thanksgiving. Senior year, ours. I just kind of like pieced out and I hung out with our physics teacher.
Yo, I remember that.
And I just played with drones.
That
and
was
he
cool.
tried to explain this to me, where I was having trouble controlling the drone because of how it was oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, you need to picture the movements as if you were in
front facing the same direction.
Like in the pilot seat of the drone is how he described it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I just can't do that. Mm-hmm. My brain is incapable of that. So, yeah. That's why I just handed it off back to him. I said, look, you do it, man.
Didn't he swear that day in front of you?
Yeah, like he's usually like pretty, like as like a teacher is, he's usually pretty clean. Like you don't swear too much, really. You don't say things. College professors is a different story. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he was like, he just like everything went that day. He was like, yeah, what did he say exactly? He was like, I got this this big carrying case for it because I don't want to be dicking around with extra batteries and shit. Because he's like, he had all these batteries in the case and they had all their little holders. And he explained that's why he got the case. Mm-hmm. And then I think one of the janitors came over, was messing with the drone too. Yeah. I don't remember which one, but
that's fucking hysterical, dude.
Yeah, dude. That was like the best pep rally I had in those 4 years of high school. So I was just hanging out with my physics teacher.
He was so cool.
He was really cool. I gotta get in touch with him again someday.
Let me know if you do, or if you email or whatever. We'll have to do it. He's so awesome.
Can I email him in a professional manner to say like, hey, we should hang out sometime?
Yeah.
Come on the podcast.
That'd be, dude. Oh man, that would be sick. I mean, I know he never would, but
that'd be a fucking nuts podcast episode.
That would be so sick.
He can tell the story of the time he pulled a fucking tree up. He told the story in class. He used a bunch of pulleys and a bunch of rope to pull up like a 40-foot tall uprooted tree. Yeah.
And then replant it.
Which is the craziest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I think the boat story, I don't know if you remember that one vividly.
The boat one.
He was 6 years old, and he took his dad's boat. He lived on one side of the river, or like lake, I guess, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I guess it's a fucking big river. And he took his sister, who was like 4, and they went across the river to buy something, and then came back.
Yeah, I do remember that story.
This dude was sailing at like sits. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's incredibly intelligent, man. I could only hope to hold 1/10 of the intelligence this man has. Yeah. Because I would consider myself maybe above average intelligence. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, I don't know. What's average? Like 105 IQ or something?
I honestly don't know.
I'm probably like, I don't know, $110. Mm-hmm. Above average, but not like special. Yeah. Smart enough to know I'm not one of the smart ones, you know?
Yeah, but also dumb enough to know that you're not one of the dumb ones.
Yeah. I had to process for a minute.
It didn't really make sense. It was just funny. There's one moment in his class where I was like, damn, he's a fucking retard, though. Do you remember...
What did he do?
When he showed us the video of the killer drones, and he was like, this is new military tech, and it was a movie.
Yeah, he did do that, though.
But I think he circled it back around to something a real clip. But that was the only clip you could find.
Yeah, to a real clip of that, because he saw a clip of, like, a military test of drones. He was trying to find it.
Mm-hmm. So he showed that one, but I still remember everyone was like, bro, this is a movie, and he was like, yes, I know. He seemed like, he was like, damn, this is so cool. We're like, it's a fucking movie.
It's like, bro, chill out. I don't know,
Then he missed it, our teacher.
Well, there was that one time, though, when I was talking about how high school teachers don't usually swear or anything. There was one time he was on the phone with someone or doing something.
The people who were remodeling his classroom, I think.
Oh, because they fucked up the classroom a fair bit. And he was on the phone with them, and he just slams the phone down. He goes, "Fuck!" He just slams down the phone.
Oh, that guy. Do you remember when he was actually bitching out the electrician on how to hook up the electrical in that classroom?
Because he could do it better? Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane. Fucking love
when you got this guy who's a high school physics teacher telling engineers how to do their job, you know you're doing a shit job. Yeah. Or you're dealing with a different breed of human.
I still remember, oh, man, when he opened that door and just sent our other teacher.
He almost killed our electronics teacher. It was like towards the end of the day. This was junior year. Our electronics teacher was walking towards the door of the shop, and he like had his hand on the door handle, and the door was like cracked a little bit. And our fucking physics teacher,
who's like 6'5", by the way,
he's fucking big. He's like 6'5", and he's like hefty, right? And he just palms the door open. Keep in mind, our electronics teacher was like 5'6".
He's like my size. He's like my size.
Yeah, and he already kind of had like a bum leg, so he just palms the fucking door open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, you're gonna kill him, dude.
Our teacher like falls back, and the best part is our physics teacher didn't even acknowledge it. He just
didn't even know. He was like, hey, how's it going?
and then he walked out.
He just walked out because he was asking for something. He's like, hey, how's it going? And he just left. He almost killed the man.
That's how below, how much lower he is on the spectrum that he didn't even acknowledge. He was just like, oh, fuck this.
I'm telling you, dude, he's a different breed of human. When people say they're built different, that's what that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're him.
I remember the one time,
he's just constructed in a different genetic. He just has a different genetic code than you and I.
Yeah. The best part was like, the analogies he made, but you'd be like, because that's where his like intelligence came from, was like he would tell you something and you might like propose a question about it, and instead of like, you know, reinforcing the answer, he would reinforce it with like this analogy where you're like,
oh, that kind of makes sense now.
Like that, and like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, he'd be like, yeah, you take this, and this, and it makes a bomb, and you're like,
oh, cool.
How do you know that? And he's like, I did it once. You're like, what the fuck?
He's like, yeah, I used to work on them.
Yeah.
It's like oh, okay.
Yeah, and his knowledge was so vast too.
He could fucking make. We're speaking about him like he's dead.
I was just gonna say that
he's not dead. He could make so much more money than he does now.
Yep.
He could be like a literal millionaire.
Who knows? Maybe he is. That's probably how he de-aged.
Yeah, he did fucking de-age. That was kind of scary.
He thought he was dying for a while.
he was kind of getting, his like hair was going gray. He kind of looked pale. He didn't look great.
Flushed all the time. He literally looked like he was dying.
And then he was absent for a couple days, right? Mm-hmm. And then he came back and his hair was like brown again. And he looked fine. And he had all this energy now.
Yeah.
It was
And then
weird.
He held it for the rest of the year.
It was strange. It was bizarre. I've never seen anyone do that before.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss our physics teacher though. I miss just being in physics, dude. It's one of the best times.
That and math class. That's like probably the two best teachers I've had ever.
Ever.
Legitimately.
Absolutely.
I don't know. So what is it? Was it last episode before last? We talked about our shittiest teacher ever. Now we're talking about our best teachers ever.
Our shittiest fucking teacher ever, man.
So, do we want to move away? Do we want to talk about... What do we have to talk about today?
I have a small Gamepass rant, and then you go to talk about some summer plans.
Gamepass. What's wrme with Gamepass? What did Gamepass do to you, Jordan?
Where did it touch you? You want to know what's...
Show us on the doll, Jordan.
Touched here, man. You want to know the problem with Game Pass, Chris?
What's the problem with Game Pass, Jordan?
The problem is
I keep paying for it and I've never played a Game Pass game.
The problem is you pay for it, right? And
I do.
You get all these cool games, and then new games come out.
Yeah.
Example, April 1st, Outriders, brand new game, comes out.
Yeah.
Coming to Game Pass day one.
Okay.
However. Console only. Okay, no big deal. How about the fact that there's, I want to say, 20 new games coming in April to Game Pass, and most of them are console and cloud only?
That's so fucking lame.
Why are they segregating this service? That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's so lame, bro.
If the game is available on both, I understand if Red Dead 1 came to Game Pass, why it would only be on console, okay? But if you have something like Outriders that's launching on all platforms, all major platforms, why is it segregated to just console? They pay the same fucking price.
At the end of the day, too, if you get like Game Pass Ultimate or whatever, there were like certain games you could only play in the mobile version. Like Doom Eternal, you could only play in the mobile version of Game Pass for some fucking reason.
Yeah. It's so fucking stupid, dude.
It's whack. Whack.
I don't know why it's like that. I really don't.
Hey, speaking of Microsoft,
Your
Microsoft is huh?
Your penis?
That's not nice.
Yeah, Microsoft is looking to spend some big dough.
Microsoft's
seemingly.
looking to buy Discord.
Well, here's the thing. Have you heard what that story really is about?
No.
Discord is trying to sell to Microsoft.
Oh.
Microsoft didn't inquire. They reached out to Microsoft, and I believe they may have turned down.
Oh.
Perhaps.
Well, I was just saying, them buying Discord is just acknowledging that Skype is a failure.
Yeah.
Well, I think, personally, that the people who made Discord, I feel like Discord is kind of a shitty platform. People are like really into Discord, who have like Nitro and are in like 18 different servers. The worst kind of people.
I don't really like Discord. I literally use it just for voice.
I use it to... I have a Discord server that I talk to my friends in, but that's about it. I'm not in like public servers and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to talk to a bunch of random people, number one. Number two, you know, there's like still a massive pedophile problem on Discord.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like a lot of big servers, there's a lot of pedophiles on Discord. They started cracking down on it, but not really.
Yeah. Kind of like Reddit.
Yeah, that whole thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about that?
Sure.
That was in the news.
Sure.
I guess an employee of Reddit, I guess she was hired by
They didn't
Reddit.
really do a background check because of whatever reason.
And what had happened is she was running for some kind of office in the UK as well, and hired her dad multiple times as a campaign manager. And her dad is on record fucking raping and murdering like a child.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, her husband writes like fan fiction involving minors.
Mm-hmm.
So like it kind of doesn't look good for her, right? And now Reddit, because she worked for Reddit, she no longer does. She was fired. Which is the only, like, a lot of times people get like, oh, they got canceled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they get fired from their job, and they never deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
Reddit, she made a big thing on Reddit to ban users who mentioned her name, positively or negatively.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, also completely deleting threads that were critical of her.
Yeah.
Well, it was under the guise of transphobia, because I believe she is a trans woman.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
So that was the guys that she used
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's 2021. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Do people really care that much?
Unfortunately, some assholes do.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any... Think about it this way. How does this issue affect you?
Doesn't. That's the beautiful part.
Exactly.
'Tis why I do not care.
So, what you do is you just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's so hard.
I don't know, man. Some people are just children in disguise.
Oh, yeah.
Others are pedophiles in disguise.
Right? Hang on. Piecing together pieces of the puzzle here. Children in disguise, pedophiles in disguise. They just take their disguises off, and then it's all good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There's a moment of silence to reset the show for a minute, because we just talked about some kind of heavy shit.
Yeah, right? Shit. Oh, you're dripping. You're dripping. No.
No!
Ooh, that reverberated.
So
Gamepass is a little whack. Pedophiles are not okay. Discord has pedophiles.
Fucking controversial opinions. Pedophiles bad. Oxygen's dope, dude. The sky's blue.
Sure. Sky's not blue. That's a reflection of light, actually.
It's a refraction of light.
Refraction, I'm sorry.
It's
I made an infraction by not saying refraction.
It's light refracting through the...
I'm gonna refract your fucking skull in a minute, you piece of shit.
What is this bit you're doing?
I just wanted to sound like an arrogant internet troll.
So you want to sound like yourself. You do that shit in real life, dude.
What?
I do that shit in real life, too.
What shit?
Just fucking, like, just really obnoxiously correct people. Just for the sake of being obnoxious.
When do I do that?
I correct myself. I do that shit.
Okay. I was gonna say, when do I do that? I usually just be like, I didn't even correct you about taking off the gas line, and then you spilled the gas, and I was like, oh.
Well, why didn't you?
Because I don't like doing that. Because I just never know.
If I'm gonna make a mistake, why not call it?
Because I don't know if maybe I'm wrong, and I looked at it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be gas.
In what situation would you be wrong?
But because if I'm like, you're gonna spill gas, and then you don't, I'm a fucking idiot. So I was just like, I'm just gonna stay silent. And then you spill gas.
Hey, Jordan. I give you full permission. If I'm about to make a mistake, speak up, please.
You want to give some context to this?
Yeah, so in our video that might not be a video, might be a video, I don't know.
Yet.
Basically, we were working on a go-kart, and I was taking there was a fuel leak, because I had just blown out the carburetor, and there was a fuel leak still. So I turned off fuel at the carburetor, and then I took the carburetor off, and when I took the carburetor off, I took the fuel line off, and went, oh shit, there's fuel pissing out of here now.
Yeah.
And Jordan caught it and didn't speak up.
As soon as he started to loosen it, you'll see in the camera, if that's in the video, if it makes it, I jerk the camera towards you to tell you not to for a second, and then I take a step back, and I'm just like, okay. And then immediately the line comes off, and it just pisses out everyone. I'm like, fuck, I should have said something, dude. I should have said something.
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, it's the same shit Alex did to me with the oil. I was unscrewing it, and he was like, oh yeah, he keeps unscrewing it, and didn't say anything.
Well, I think both of us were just, like, all of us were just rendering that. We were just, like, we were like, uh-huh. And then you got it, you undid it and went, oh, shit.
Oh, shit. But, yeah, I don't know, it stems from not wanting to be wrong, or, like, blatantly wrong.
Well, I don't want to be wrong either, but sometimes you just gotta be wrong, Jordan.
I don't know, it's tough for me personally to be like, hey, that's incorrect, definitively. So.
Well, just don't say it that way.
I know.
Just be like, you might not want to do that. That's probably a bad idea.
How I should do it is pose it as a question and say, hey, don't you think fuel's going to leak out of there if you pull that off?
There you go. If you put it that way, I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even if you were like, hey, don't do that, stupid. I'd be like, oh yeah, that is stupid.
But next time.
Speak up for yourself, Jordan.
I do, to women on the phone.
Oh. Yeah, you make them cry.
Yo, speaking of women on the phone.
Speaking of women.
I don't know why I said women on the phone, really. It was a guy, but it was about my mom. Fucking, this dude calls me the other day. I think it was 2 days ago. I don't even live with my mom. My phone number is a separate plan. She's never had her name on it. And this dude called me and said he needs to speak with her.
They used her by name? Like, called her by name?
By full name. And
wow.
I went, yeah, I don't know who that is. And then he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, so what do you want? Just on the phone. And he goes, oh, well, since you don't know her, just don't worry, I'll take your number off our listing. And I was like, yeah, okay.
That's bizarre.
So then I called the number back, and I got, like, nothing. It was, like, fucking radio silent.
Well, yeah.
So then I looked up the number, and it's between either a scam or the IRS.
Oh, yeah, in terms of, like, how I want to lean that, considering the IRS doesn't call you, I'm going to say scam on that one.
Yeah, right. So
the amount of people who still don't know that.
What, that the IRS
just doesn't call you.
No.
They don't do that. They send you certified mail. You've never gotten anything from the IRS before? I've gotten things from the IRS.
I thought you were asking me. I was going to be like, no, but I know that they don't fucking call you up like, hey, John, you got 10 grand.
I've gotten things from the IRS before. And it's always like a fucking thing. You have to, like, solve a puzzle to open the letter.
All right. How much do you owe?
$95,000.
God, motherfucking damn.
In cash. I sent it.
Yeah,
I wrapped it in foil and I put it in a box and I sent it to this man. That's actually a common scam thing. What they do is they have you wrap cash in foil so it doesn't get picked up as anything when it goes through X-rays.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ship it to them in a box. Yeah.
That's strange.
Or you just send a check. Which is, or you give them gift
bucks.
cards or something too.
Oh my god, my work email. I had this dude email me. This was literally like 5 weeks ago. Dude emails and he says like, "Hi, I need your assistance. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Can you reply back?"
Like just a generic email, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't specify what he needed help with, but again, I work in service, so
you work in customer support, basically.
So
yeah.
I said, absolutely. What is your issue? You know, can you give me this, and this?
I have $45 million for you.
And the reply I got was, I'm on a trip far away from home and do not have my wallet. Can you please purchase me an iTunes gift card for $60 or $100 as it is my nephew's birthday and he really wants an iTunes gift card? And then he reiterated and said, please, I am far from home without my wallet and it's my nephew's birthday. So I just fucking reported
That's
it.
such a fucking bizarre scenario to spin, too.
I'm gonna see on Monday because I'm not allowed to look at my work shit over the weekend.
You're not allowed?
No, I can get in trouble for it. It's
Really?
considered working without pay because I'm salary.
Oh, that's fucking strange.
It's not that extreme. If I start like replying and searching, then
Oh, okay.
because the only way I can look at it is my laptop or my work phone. So both
so they
monitored.
Kind of know.
Again, don't think anything would happen. But Monday, I'll look. I think I still have it in the spam folder. I'm gonna find it and I'll try to send a photo.
Well, that's like a lot of emails we get to our Synapse Misfire thing.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna look through some of them.
It's like, hello, dear. I have $45 million estate. Please give me your bank account, and I will transfer this money to you.
Let's see. We have nope. Damn, bro. We haven't done one recently, actually, unless it's all in the spam folder.
That probably all is.
Yeah.
The Proton Mail spam filtering is pretty good.
We have a spam. We have someone we know commented on one of our YouTube videos, and we have a fucking. It's in spam.
Yeah, like all my Twitter notifications go to spam. Not that I want to look at them.
Oh, here we go. Albegro Andres Lara Sanchez. Ready? I have a lucrative business venture to discuss with you. If interested, please get back for more details. Regards.
What kind of business?
I don't know, man. We got this. World Health Organization International is hiring for #Canada, #USA. All expenses paid by company age 18 to 68. Employment opportunity. For more information, contact the main office WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
And then they have they have 56 assistant manager vacancies. 23. That's so many vacancies. No wonder why.
Motherfucking damn. That's like I don't know anyone who uses WhatsApp for a legitimate purpose.
Other than scamming, yeah, I mean.
Like every time I hear WhatsApp, I'm like, okay, yeah. There's some shit going on. I don't know, I just feel like WhatsApp is one of those things that just screams bootleg to me. I don't know why.
Like Facebook, I mean, it's made by them, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like some fucking Chinesium company.
No, it's made by Facebook.
Like fucking, what is that? WeChat or some shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Kick. Remember Kick? You ever use Kick?
A lot of pedophiles on Kick, too.
Yeah, a lot of them. I think I had one message me when I was like fucking 12.
Really? I didn't have a Kick. Oh, I think I might have had an account, but I didn't think I had the app installed very long. Because, like, I didn't have friends.
Yo, speaking of shitty apps, away from that depressing topic, into shitty apps, there's a new PUBG. So there's PUBG Mobile. Yeah. And then there's a new one you can pre-register on the Google Play called PUBG New State. It takes place in 2051. And if you look at the screenshots, it's the same fucking game with, like, no difference.
Bruh.
All their screenshots, it's, like, normal weapons. There's no, like, this is futuristic shit. Look at PUBG New State. Everything is... There's drones. That's the one thing. The weapon, still an M4. Like, still the same shit, the same map, the same UI.
It's 2021. We've had drones for a long time.
Yeah. Everything's basically the same. But it takes place in 2051.
So they reskin the game. We're like, yeah, we can sell this again. Does PUBG Mobile cost money?
No, it's free, luckily.
Oh, I was going to say, god damn.
But they love to shove microtransactions up your bahunga.
So, like, every fucking video game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruh. Knocking shit around.
Bruh.
What were we talking about?
Pedophiles.
Oh, fuck those guys. Anyway.
What were we talking about? Oh, that's right.
Shitty apps, scams.
Gamepass, shitty apps, scams, emails, spam, work. That's what it was. Yeah, there you go. Telling you not to pull the gas line off.
Yeah, you don't speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Well, it's not that I don't speak up for myself. It's that I don't speak up to benefit others.
Oh.
I watch you fail, and I'm like, fuck, I could have prevented that.
Oh, so you get the exact opposite feeling when that I do when I see someone fail. I'm like, yeah, idiot.
Well,
Stupid.
Okay. So when I see someone fail versus when I see someone I like fail. So like when I saw the gas come out, I was like, fuck. But
shit.
But like,
what was it? The facial expression?
we gotta get that camera set up, man. That facial is right. Shit.
Goddamn.
When you should have known about the gas was leaking out, just put it in your mouth and suck it all down. Anyway, if I see someone I like fail, I'm like, oh, bro, fuck. But
well,
like,
maybe I should rephrase that. I like when people fail because they did it to themselves.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, hubris, stupid ass.
Our coworker, well, my coworker, tall guy, you know who I'm talking about. He, something happened the other day where like he like made a mistake.
Oh, he's also the opposite of you. He loves proving people wrong.
Yeah. He made a mistake and it like genuinely bothered me for like half the day. I was like, man, I feel so bad for him.
Damn.
I'm like, bro.
Was it even that bad? Did he even remember it when you asked him about it?
I don't even think so. Damn. I don't even think so. I think he like dropped something and I was like, oh man, poor guy.
Oh fuck, dude. How is he gonna recover from this one? Fuck. It's not like you can just pick it back up.
Drops
or
his
was
pen.
it something like it was like
I don't even
glass
remember.
or something?
He drops his pen and he's just like, fuck, bro.
Fuck! God damn it! He's punching the wall.
He quits.
He just quits. He sits and he blows himself up.
He sits.
I wanted to think of what was the most cartoonish way to kill yourself. So just blow yourself up.
Oh my god. He goes out to his car, the one I was talking about earlier, the small one. Ignition, turns it on, pushes a button, just explodes.
The whole car goes up in flames. He just blows up.
They bring the tow truck, they drag him out, they're like, alright, he's done. Next.
He's fucking done. He's a bunch of tomato paste now.
Oh, fuck. You ever laugh so hard you yawn? That happens to me all the time, man.
Oh, it tired you out.
I laugh so much that I just end up yawning.
Just be yawning, you know?
Yeah. I had a guy the other day on the phone. Fucking, he's complaining about parts, right? And he's like, yeah, I got the wrong part. And I'm like, okay, can't really do anything about that.
I don't remember asking.
And he's like,
I can get you to people who do
he's
care.
like, he goes, man, I lost a lot of money on this job already, blah, 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 because I got the wrong part twice. And I'm like, okay. So I was just like, oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. So you need the part, right? And he's like, yeah, man, lost so much money on this job already, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, so what do you need me to do? And he was like, can you like ship it out to me overnight? And I was like, again, not the parts department. Again, not supposed to ship anything out personally to you.
I can get you someone who can probably do that.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fucking people.
Oh, speaking of the phrase "I'm sorry to hear that" really reminded me of this, and I'm surprised I forgot. Last night, I was at Walmart. I was getting a couple things. I had to get cat food. I had to get laundry detergent. And that was it. That's all I bought. Mm-hmm. But I was putting my carriage away, or I was wheeling it to my truck, and the guy was like collecting carts. I was like, all right, I only have 2 things. And I said, hey, you can take this. And I took my stuff out of the carriage. And he goes, and he points at the cat food. He goes, oh, I had a cat once. And I was like, oh, really? He goes, yeah, it died when it was 18. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is he? Yeah. Yeah, I had another one that died too. I'm like, okay. Yeah. The whole time I'm like slowly walking away towards my truck.
You're
Like,
looking back like,
yeah, cool. And then I walked to my truck and I went, what the fuck?
God damn,
Bro,
I
I
should.
don't even know you. I'm just trying to be nice and give you my carrots so it's easier for you to do your job.
Yeah.
I already feel bad for you. All right.
Anyway, back on topic.
Back to the actual show.
Back to the actual show.
Bruh.
Yes. What? What do you want?
Summer's coming.
Is it?
That's what they keep telling me.
Today would be March 27th.
Today's March 27th. That's like only... Well, spring just started.
Yeah.
Only a couple months till summer starts.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna toke it up this summer, bro.
We fucking...
10 kilos of weed a day, bro.
A day. Holy shit.
Yes, sir.
Summer is coming. You're leading me astray, Jordan.
Sorry, I just thought we were moving to California.
Summer is coming. More importantly, my schooling for this year is ending in like less than a month. It may be a little more than a month.
It's May, right?
It's like May 4th or something.
It's it's a little over.
But that's like the last actual day I'm in class is like April 25th.
Mm-hmm. So it's like 1 month exactly from today almost. Nice.
So, I got some big summer plans.
And what are those, boy?
Fish.
Fish.
No, I want to do like a lot of outdoorsy shit this summer. Now that it's getting warmer, I want to do like camping, fishing. Maybe if I can get all my FID shit squared away and go hunting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about we want to do that shooting video. Still got to do that.
Do duck hunting.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I was thinking I would take my truck, the bed of the truck, and turn it into like a little camping thing. A little bed back there.
Only if we can spoon.
Sleeping, we can. It's up to you.
What do you have, the 8-foot bed or 6-foot?
A 6-foot bed, so I'm gonna have to kind of curl up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like 6'1", so.
I'll be spreading. It's like, yes, you can have your head in between my lap.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, dog.
What I'll do is I'll open the window because I'm trying to find a bed cap at the moment, because I don't want to buy a new one because they're fucking expensive. Like a cheap one is like $1,000.
Damn,
like, yeah,
do be like coils.
I'm not gonna do that. So, I'm not gonna do something that is. I'm not gonna do an upgrade that's gonna cost a third of the value of the truck just for one part of it.
Right.
So essentially, what I'll do is I'll open the back of the bed cap and I'll just put my feet up on the bed. But I need
get
to
fucking
fix...
yoinked by a grizzly.
A grizzly bear's gonna grab me by my heels, by my ankles, and just pull me out like a cartoon.
Oh shit.
I'm actually looking for a bed cap at the moment. And by looking, I mean I've been thinking about it. But I'd like to do that, and I had a point I was gonna make, and now I forget.
Fishing, bed cap, truck, 6-foot bed, $1,000.
6-foot bed, $1,000. Nope, it's gone.
FID, hunting.
FID. No, it's gone. It's just gone. It's gone, Jordan.
Damn, bro. Got us in fucking suspense.
There's some like pretty decent camping like state parks around here. We don't live near national parks or anything.
We're not that cool.
Yeah, those are like all out west, but and we live, as the people say, back east. So there's not a lot of national parks. There's a lot of like roads and heroin out here, but not a lot of. But not. I mean, there's a lot of heroin out there, to be fair. So.
You ever been to LA, boy?
No, and I really hope I don't ever have to go there.
Yeah, same.
Every time I hear someone talk about LA, I'm like, man, that sounds like the worst.
It's like New York, but if it was like fucking horrible.
And New York is one of the saddest cities I've ever been to.
Oh, really?
I went there and I just felt worse.
You took a vacation there and you came back and were like, thank God I'm home.
In the 8th grade, at the end of the year, it was like you put up $600 and you would go to Washington, D.C. on a big bus. And if you did, you would sit and you did packets all day for 4 days. But I went to Washington, D.C., and on the bus trip, we stopped in New York City to do the 9/11 memorial. We'd look at that, and we'd look around the city a bit. God, man, that city's depressing. I was walking around, I'm like, God, I just feel sad being here.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I'm just saddened. Because there's like trash everywhere. I watched a guy yell at a statue from a pizza place. I was at a pizza place upstairs. They had a 2-floor seating arrangement thing.
That's cool though.
Which also during this trip they let a bunch of 13-year-old kids just off the leash, unsupervised in New York City.
That's like a fucking movie plot.
But anyway, I was with some of my boys. We got pizza, and we went upstairs in this pizza place, and we sat right next to a window, and we watched a guy down at the street, and he's like rap battling a statue. He's like yelling at a statue. Like, bro, you know that's not real, right? That's just a person made of bronze. He's not real.
You know what you reminded me of when you started telling this New York story? The fucking bowling story that you used to tell.
Oh, that was a 7th grade adventure.
Oh, man.
When I was in 7th grade, a year before the Washington trip.
Damn, 2 years in a row.
Our field day was, we would have like field day activities. In middle school, we'd have like field day activities in the morning. And then I think they would have the 3 grades do 3 separate events. Like the 6th graders would do something, the 7th graders went bowling. And the 8th graders, I think, instead of doing the morning activities, they just went to like, what is the place I'm thinking of? It's like a farm thing. We went there, we would hang out all day. There was like an arcade there.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, 7th grade, we went bowling. So we were at the bowling alley, and everyone was like, "Yeah, let's get some food." And I offered. I was like, "Okay, I'll get some food for you." Everyone just hand me my money. Hand me their money. Tell me what you want, and I'll go get food. Simple, right? Jordan?
Super simple, yeah.
Simple. I stood in that line for 2 fucking hours, and I get up to the register to say, "Hey, this is what I want. This is what I want for food." And they said, "No, I think you guys are leaving very soon." And it was like 5 minutes until we left. I didn't realize how much time had passed. I was so mad. I was like, literally, my 7th grade mind just fucking shorted for a second. I was like, I stepped away from the counter like they just told me my wife died. I stepped away from the counter. I was like, oh, okay. And I went back, and I was just... You ever seen, like, a really angry child?
Mm-hmm.
I was just, like, red-faced, crying, screaming. I was so mad. And I gave everyone back their money. I was like, God damn it. Because you can, like, you know enough words to, like...
Yo.
Yeah, but you can't string them together in a way that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Really? So I was just saying things. I was so fucking mad. As like the angriest I've ever been, legitimately, probably. Yeah. And that was it. I've never been back to that bowling alley, by the way.
No.
No, I have not. I wonder if they'd remember me.
Hey, aren't you the one who turned into a fucking tomato?
A big tomato because you couldn't get your buffalo chicken tenders or whatever.
Oh, dude, buffalo chicken tenders. Yes.
I was so fucking mad.
You didn't even get the food, dude.
I didn't even get the food, and they wouldn't even let me take my drink with me on the bus. They said, you gotta finish the drink before you take it on the bus. We get on the bus. So I sat there at the door, and I drank my drink, and I threw it away. I was mad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it should have been petty as fuck. Should have just been like, alright. And then just sat there.
And then, as we were leaving, I gave the middle finger to the bowling alley. Just the building.
The entire fucking...
The building. We were sitting on the bus parallel with the building. I just had my finger up to the building.
The entire complex just Fuck you.
Yeah, I was so done. I don't think I've been to a bowling alley since.
Emotional scarring. If we ever go bowling together, I'm like, hey, can you grab food for a minute?
No, I don't know. It's like if you fucking
PTSD.
yeah, and have like a Winter Soldier episode. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to go up there.
That's so funny. That sucks, dude. That's so fucking ass.
It's shitty. But the next year I made up for it. So
Yeah, because you see a guy yell at a statue.
that was yeah.
Rap battle.
Yeah, we went to Washington D.C. and it was cool. I guess
I guess.
it was fine. And then I went, yeah, and that was it. We went to Washington D.C. and we went to Hershey Park, and then I didn't go on any rides because I'm boring.
We went to Canopy Lake, 1 year, maybe even 2 years. I want to say, and I didn't go on any rides. I went on like fucking 3. Everyone's like, go on the roller coaster. I'm like, no.
And now I can't, like, I even if I go to a place like that, I can't really get on many rides. 'Cause I'm too wide. I'm too big to get on rides, which is unfortunate. But
honestly, that's the worst part. I feel bad for like my sister-in-law is a bigger gal, or was. She's a lot smaller now, but
oh, I thought she was dead.
no.
You said was. I was like, oh no.
She was crying one day because she fucking went to get on a ride one time on like a vacation, and there was a bunch of people all watching, and then they had to kick her off because they're like, yeah, you can't fit.
Well, see, just like I'm like a big man, so I just held the tears in.
You know what?
I was like, I almost once started to escape, and I just
You sucked it back
sucked
in.
it back in. I was mad. That happened to me when I was on, I forget where I was, some theme park in Virginia, and I was with my dad, and it was like it was like the second and last day we planned to be there. And I was like, we stepped in this park, and I couldn't fit on some of the rides, and I was just like, I just want to go home, and we just went home.
God damn.
He canceled the hotel, he got his money back, and we just went home.
That fucking sucks, dude.
I was so mad that we went home. We drove like 9 hours home.
Chris shows up at an amusement park 9 hours away, sits down, and goes, fuck this, and goes
Fuck, and
home.
I just drove home.
That's hysterical. What the fuck? Oh man.
Oh man, we're like kind of shy of an episode. So is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing immediate.
Nothing immediate.
Yeah.
Will something hit you soon? Like an asteroid?
I was gonna say, hopefully, like death will hit me.
You just fucking perish.
I'm sitting here and I'm just like,
You just fade out of existence.
the headphones just fucking hit the ground. And you're like,
Damn, Jordan just disappeared. You're like, and he's gone.
that sounded really sick on the audio, dude. That was perfect. I just fucking gone.
That's the only sound effect I've ever been able to like really make really well.
If
It's
I
like
yawn
fucking-
one more time, I'm killing myself.
Fucking wind, like.
That sounds so fucking good, dude.
That's the only thing I've ever been able to do, really.
What the fuck? Sounds better than that Pole A or fan.
Well, it doesn't sound like nothing right now because it's a bit brokey.
Yo, now you can take the blade off mid-operation.
Mid-operation, that's risky.
So what you do is you let it run, and then you have vice grips there. So as it runs, it loosens itself, and it just fucking falls off.
But it runs this way, Jordan. It'd just be tightening itself, wouldn't it?
No, it would be going opposite. If you're holding it, it'd be basically doing this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to think is which way it runs.
I
If
was
it goes
thinking
clockwise.
because I was like, yeah,
Because if it's going clockwise, then you're opposing it counterclockwise.
Okay,
You
yeah.
loosen it. But also some of those, at least the fan I have, you actually spin it counterclockwise to tighten it. So if
Like
that's the case.
propane.
Yeah.
Propane's backwards. If you ever
Fuck propane, dude.
don't fuck propane, it's probably
Fuck
bad for you.
propane, dude.
If you're ever working on anything propane, the threads go backwards. Yeah. I've been there before.
Like, why isn't it going, man?
Why isn't this fucking thing working? Oh, propane's backwards.
Oh man, I'm gonna power my car off propane.
People do that, you know.
Really?
Yeah, that's like they do there's a name for it. It's something conversion.
LP.
It might be LPG or something.
Yeah.
It's
liquid
like
propane something.
it's like liquid petroleum gas or some shit.
Mm.
I don't remember, but it's basically they do a propane conversion.
That's fucking cool.
So that's a thing people do.
How does it run?
Same as anything else.
Like efficiency wise, I'm saying, like because.
Oh, it's about as efficient as gasoline.
Interesting.
Maybe even more, because in terms of money, because propane can be cheaper. Like you can get a 100-pound tank filled for, I don't know, like $80 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, I got my 25-pound tank filled for $20, so maybe even less than that.
Yeah. Interesting.
So you get the 100-pound tank, and it lasts like a decent while.
A bit.
I don't know why you would want to do that, but
Sounds like a lot of work, and also
perhaps
like fucking weird.
strange. I agree.
Yeah.
It's like the same sort of thing as like people who do vegetable oil in their diesel engines. Vegetable oil.
Yeah.
I said that a bit weird. Vegetable oil.
Vagina oil.
No, not that.
Oh. Nasty as fuck, dude.
Well, yeah.
Oils leaking from my sack.
I'm gonna use whale oil to power my.
What is this, fucking Dishonored?
That's fucking America in the 1800s.
Everything's powered by whale oil in Dishonored. I love it.
It makes sense.
I love how they bleed out the whales.
It's time period accurate, really.
Yeah, but the game is also
Whaling isn't
steampunk, so it's fucking all over the place.
Whaling isn't really a huge industry anymore, precisely because of that.
Yeah.
We just have like other things to power stuff now, like oil from the ground.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
Yeah, and then you can just make it and mash up olives and shit and make it into oil. So that's why I think, right? I'm thinking. I'm a guy who kind of thinks about things.
At times, yep.
Electric vehicles are kind of taking off, right? But I don't see them being fully adopted in the time frame that they would need to be adopted. You know, to like curb all these emissions. So I think diesel is going to be huge because they can just fucking make fuel out of like corn for a diesel engine. I think diesel's going to be huge. You know, Chevy had some diesel cars for a while.
Really?
They discontinued them after like a couple model years. But they do make the new GMC Canyons and Chevy Colorados. They have with a 4-cylinder diesel. I was like, those are pretty cool. I would buy one of those because it's a really good diesel engine.
The guy from work, same guy as before, when he worked in the auto industry, he had someone bring in their car. It was brand new. About, I want to say they had just purchased it, and they drove it to go get gas, and they put in diesel.
Oh, no.
And they drove it back because it was making noise, and they were bitching them out about how it's a piece of shit and this and that, and then they drained it and found out it was diesel.
They put fucking diesel in it. It's even a different size nozzle.
It's bigger. So that's what the guy from work had asked. He asked, like, did the nozzle go in? And she was like, no, I held it away and sprayed it in. And he was like, and that wasn't your first time? Like...
How do these people function?
But I just find it funny that she bitched him out too.
How do these people function, bro? See, here's the thing. I have the ability to like bite my tongue. Like the headlight thing. I was talking about this today. The video that went up. I basically had bought the right headlights and then took out the wrong headlights. So I had the right headlights the whole time. And I returned them and I thought they were the wrong part. And I was really contemplating bitching out the cashier that sold them to me. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because there was a different guy at the register. And I was like, okay. And we had a small back and forth. And I was in a better mood. Like, okay. And like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm really glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, because newsflash, we had the right headlights the whole time.
Yeah, I had the right part the whole time. So,
and that was the other case. That's
why I don't bitch people out, really.
Oh, it just fucking clicked. That was the other case where I didn't speak my mind. Because your dad and you took out the wrong one. I knew.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. And then that happened. But it made for a good video.
Jordan, I'm telling you this. Speak up.
Hi.
Yo, Jordan, say something real quick.
How you doing?
Hi.
Oh man, that actually fucking hurt my throat. Yeah. God damn. But yeah, that was the other instance. I just fucking remember now. Because I saw your dad pull it out and I was like, I could have sworn that's the high beam. It's fine. It's fine. And then we take it out. We put the bulbs in. You turn on the light and I'm like, Chris, your light's still out. It's the outer one like I thought. And you're like...
I was fucking mad. I was mad. Man. But that's what it is, really, working on cars and stuff. I've always found that there is a point when I'm working on any sort of automobile, whether it be car, trunk, the only two things I never worked on it. I worked on my Jeep, but not really.
Work on subs.
Sports utility vehicle. I found anytime you work on a vehicle, it's like there is a point where you just get mad, but it's not like you're not mad enough to want to stop working on it. Mm-hmm. It's the kind of anger that kind of fuels your determination to do something. Yeah. It's like, I'm really fucking mad here, but I'm gonna be a lot more mad
if I stop
doing this.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to stop and look back on what you did or what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So
get a fresh perspective.
Yeah. Well, that's why it helps. When I do work on my truck, a lot of times Jordan's here, not just for video purposes, but just it also helps having a second set of eyes on stuff.
Yeah. Even if the second set of eyes doesn't speak his mind.
Well,
I'm just it's like you fail and I'm just looking at you. I'm like, told you. And you're like, you didn't fucking say anything. I'm like, I thought it.
In my brain, I told you. Should have read my mind, stupid.
In my brain, I smacked your hand away and said, what the fuck you doing, bitch boy?
Get that out of here.
Get that shit out of here, boy.
Come on,
for some reason, I had a Jamaican accent, too.
I don't know, dude.
Bombay. All right, I'm going to bed. We still have to transfer a bunch of files, so I'm upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outro is bitch boy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.
So that's the end of the show. That's going to round us out for today. That's it. That's the end. Jordan, do you want to play us out? You alive?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the end. Contact us. Comments, questions, concerns, death threats, synapsemisfire@pm.me. That is via email in case you are dumb. You can also find the show. YouTube, as always. We have IRL content there, as well as shorts, which we've made 2 of. They're pretty good. Go check them out. And as always, you can find us on Pocket Cast. Oh, damn it. I said it out of order. Let me re-say it, because I have an order that I go in.
You have an order.
I have an order, and I don't want it to, has to be in order. So you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, and of course Pocket Cast, as well as our handy-dandy RSS feed. Import that to your favorite motherfucking app. And I always forget to say Spotify. I didn't say Spotify.
Bruh.
So, Spotify, of course. We're there.
Well, they know. We've been on Spotify for almost our entire tenure on this show.
Our entire tenure. Tenure.
Yeah. Spotify.
Spotify. We're going on a year, baby. What are we doing for the year anniversary, bro? We have to do something.
Let me think here. I'm gonna chop off one of my fingers.
Oh, dude, that's fucking sick.
And you're gonna get to pick which finger.
Can I eat it?
If you want.
All right, hell yeah, there you go.
We'll do, you know how we did Cannibal Holocaust? Episode 12. We'll do that, but in real life.
Yeah.
We'll be the cannibals. We'll just eat people.
Oh, shit. Before we go down a dark rabbit hole, we should probably call it.
Yeah. Jordan?
Yes?
Get out of my house.
Fuck.
Go to bed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bitch.
Oh, that was crispy.